Hey guys, so there were some concerns that my last video was making light of a serious topic, and I wanted to address those concerns outright to clarify my intent for this video series. In my last video, I just wanted to generate interest for the play and have a little bit of a mystery. But my overall goal is not to make a commentary on this play in particular, but rather to show the process of getting any PDS production from the dance studio to the stage. I just want to show the hours of work, the weekends that are sacrificed, and the dedication that goes into every single moment on stage. And part of that is levity and silliness behind the scenes, especially when the play is more serious. We're working with this subject matter so much that we just sometimes need relief. Having said that, I decided to use my video from this week to kind of explore the importance of putting on a play like this.
Why did I choose the play? Well, I think it's a very important play. I think first of all, I'm always looking for a challenge in terms of material, or I get bored very easily. The way it's written is very interesting in that there are no roles, there are no characters, there's no real dialogue. It's written like a poem. And I find the way into a story is the way it's written. And in this case, I'm intrigued by the structure. So how can you bring a poem to life on stage, first of all? Second, the subject matter is I think, very immediate. The play moves on a few different paths. One is the story of a girl who a photo gets taken of her, and it spreads virally through the school, and she kind of gets separated from her friend group, and we follow that story. There's that. Then we also follow these girls growing up from 5 years old to 40, and we see them dealing with the things that women have to deal with. And then finally, the play tracks the growth of feminism and probably asks the question, what does feminism mean in the digital age? Why is it important to do the show now in this setting? I think it's important to do it in any school setting, especially with the proliferation of digital platforms and social media. So there's that component. There's also the component of it examines community. And so anytime you see a person in a community being separated from the community, I think that's a very important story to look at, especially in a school like this that you know, if you look at the mission, the word community is right in the beginning. Maybe walk away with a little empathy for someone who makes a mistake. Or, and I won't even say makes a mistake, someone who does a questionable action to get attention. In a world where you can make really big mistakes with this thing really quickly. And then two, maybe look at the times when the group went one way and you had different feelings and you felt insecure about stepping up or having your voice heard. Those, I think, are the important takeaways. But I also hope people enjoy the show. I also hope it's not just, you know, us trying to teach people a lesson. So we've got some cool new technology we're using. We're exploring technology. We've got a live DJ on the stage. So every night it's going to be a little different. It's probably the hardest show I've worked on. And it's the one show that I don't know how it's going to look when we're done.
So I think this play is important because it really just, it talks about a lot of things that I think a lot of times we shy away from, and we don't really focus that much on how people treat each other and like how we view each other, like girls in particular.
I think this play is important because it brings up a topic of conversation that can often be ignored in our society today, which is just that society can ostracize people and it can cause a lot of issues. And I think it also brings up just insecurities of being a girl and what it means to be a girl in society, and the struggles between girls and boys and girls, and growing up and the awkwardness of all of that, and it's something that people can relate to and find significance in, whether they're a female or a male. So yeah, I think it'll be hopefully a successful show.
I think a lot of the events in this play could have been avoided if all of the girls had a little bit more self-confidence and had the ability to think for themselves and not let the group decide for them. So yeah, I think that the message of the play essentially is, be a little bit stronger than what other people tell you to be.
I think it's really important that we're doing Girls Like That because we're telling a story that isn't usually told. We see a lot of other high school movies about, popular people, picking on each other and doing goofy things and cutting school, and that's all fun and great, but we don't normally see a story of girls being really, really, really cruel to someone who wasn't, popular in the first place. And I think that's really important because that's what really happens. This kind of story, it's way more real than people even think it is. And I think that's just so important to tell.
Have you ever experienced yourself or someone you know being ostracized?
Yes.
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 Yes.